you guys can actually hear me and like the service is okay because I'm in my car. Holy tamale. It's hot here. It's like 90 degrees in my car. I have the air on, which I'm sure you guys will complain about, you know, like that the air is on. Hi, Godzilla. And you can't hear properly because the air is on. But, like, it's too hot for me to not have it on. You know what I mean? You guys like my shirt? I'm doing all right, Godzilla. Don't settle, even at the end of the world. That's from what movie? Anybody know? I'm doing all right, Godzilla. I just wanted to give you guys... I'm a little tired. I don't know. I've had a weird week. I've missed you, too. Yeah, I know it's been so long since I've been able to, like, post and be on here because of... A Real Killjoy just took up so much time, so I'm glad I'm back too. I've just been running errands. This week has been tough trying to find freelance jobs, but none has come my way. So, you know, send some stuff out into the universe, you guys. I've seen a lot of your videos in 2019. Gatling! Gatling's here. Gatling also wanted a Real Killjoy to be a series too. And her girlfriend, Mira, just gave to the Venmo. She's the only one who's done it. She gave $20 so that we can make a Real Killjoy a next episode. Mira Flamenco, she's the best. She's a rock star and love her. Love Lara too, obviously. Love you guys. They're big supporters. So if you don't know already, guys, a Real Killjoy, I set up a Venmo for it. It's just at a Real Killjoy, the title of the short film. Thanks, boo-boo. I appreciate that. So I set up a Venmo because if you guys watched my last live about a Real Killjoy and like you guys asked questions about it, but I basically just explained like what it is to make a film. It costs money, okay? And I'm currently looking for jobs right now to pay the bills, you know. Anywho, any help that you can do is great. $1, $5, $10, great. Either way, I will be making a Real Killjoy because I just finished actually writing the next episode for a Real Killjoy yesterday, and I'm gonna get notes from a writer friend tomorrow and Friday. So stuff is in the works. And for some of you guys, I took your ideas. Hey, Brandon. Oh, so in the other live chat, I'm going to tell you guys, I took some of your ideas. So I took brass knuckles is added into this next script. I forgot who said that in the last live. Someone suggested brass knuckles. And I added that in, so that's going to be fun for the next episode. And I added in, hi Cam, evening from London. Ooh, love it. I bet you it's nice and shiny over there. And I added in a knife. So we'll see. I'm not going to obviously tell you guys the story, but I wrote the next episode. I'm excited about it. I'll be getting notes. And mainly it's just, hey, if you guys can help out to make this next episode or sequel or whatever we want to call it. It will be another addition to the Just Scare Me festival. So you got to, you know, make a film within 2 months. So it will have to be completed fairly quickly so that I can get into the editing process and make that happen. And also I'm reading your comments. I know I need to react to, what is it with 3 where Batman and the Joker are in it? What's that trailer? I don't even know, but I need to watch that. I have been dealing with, writing another episode for a Real Killjoy. So I'm glad that you guys gave me your ideas. I super appreciate it. And what else have I been doing? I cleaned my car today because it was bad. It was bad. I think it smelled like fake blood from a Real Killjoy in the trunk, which was gnarly. And I'm so glad you like all my videos, Godzilla. You're one of them. Only one of them. Some people are like, I like only these videos that you do. You should do more of those. Why aren't you doing more of those? And I'm like, because I don't know. I don't want to just do one video over and over and over again. You know, I'm a person with a lot of facets. I oscillate from one mood to another. Frequently. Frequently is the word. Maybe I just had a mini stroke. Who knows? Anywho, guys, how you guys doing? You're good? You guys good? Yeah? You guys are like, listen, it's a weird time. Random videos in the car are my favorite. I'm glad, Cam. Yeah, rando videos. It's exactly what this is. Nobody has guessed yet. Don't settle even at the end of the world. Does anybody know what this film is? This t-shirt is from a film. No one's probably going to know, but it's a really great film. Came out in 2020. It also includes zombie in the title. No. It includes monsters in the title. I'm sorry, guys. I just went insane there for a moment. But this quote is from a movie, 2020. Choice. If anyone guesses it, that'd be fun. I can't give you anything, but it would be cool if you guessed it. Any Hoosier. What else, guys? Update me on how you're doing. Prime Your Life got into Phoenix Film Festival, and there's one in Vegas for Miracle Makers. Wow. Learn words, huh? Miracle Makers International Film Festival. Prime Your Life got into that, which is cool. You can find all the info on IMDb, but hopefully we'll be at a film festival near you guys, so you can come say, hey. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll put a Real Killjoy into a film festival. I don't know if you can do that after it's been online in public. But, any Hoosier, Brass Knuckles and Knives are coming into the next episode. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are. I'm excited to make another one. I'm glad you guys wanted me to continue with it. There is a Venmo at a Real Killjoy. If you want to give any funds to it so we can make the next one, great. If you can't, no biggie. Love you anyway. I'll find a way to make it work. And what else? I think that's it, guys. What are you guys doing? You guys good? Huh? We are excited. Next movie you're planning to watch. You know what, Cam? I started the Steven Soderbergh film on HBO Max. I'm blanking on the name. And it's pretty good. I wasn't necessarily totally in the mood for it because it's shot in I don't know, my phone is like being weird. It's shot on like a wide angle lens. So it's real interesting to watch. Cause it's like, what? Why? It's weird. I'm like, why did Steven Soderbergh shoot this all in a wide angle lens? I don't know. But he's a big director. He can make that choice. I wrote in on the next episode that I told you, Real Killjoy, I wrote the next episode. I wrote in, preferably would love a drone shot. I'm not going to be able to get a drone shot, guys. Oh my God. But that would be cool, right? To pull out. That'd be awesome. Besides that, the next movie, you know what I have not seen? A Quiet Place 2. I know I can rent it, but I just was like, I loved A Quiet Place 1. It's like, bravo. It was one of the best films of 2019? I mean, there was a reason it won so many awards, and it should have. So freaking good. But I have not watched 2 because I'm like, oh, the first one was like kind of scary, but it's more a thriller, right? So it's like, I could rent it on my own, I think. Have you guys watched A Quiet Place 2? You like it? I feel like Quiet Place 2 is probably really good. And I already watched F9. I already gave you guys my review on that. You need to just forget about the plot, all the loopholes. They're in on their own joke. Oh, it's exclusive on Paramount Plus. Oh, that's why A Quiet Place 2 is? That's why I haven't watched it. I don't have Paramount Plus. You guys, somebody needs to share some Paramount Plus with me so I can go watch that. But maybe I'll go see it in the theaters because that's such a good movie. I was excited about it in 2019 when the billboards were out in LA, and I was like, A Quiet Place 2. And then COVID hit, and the billboards stayed up, no joke, you guys, through like 2020. Oh my God, Gatling, you haven't watched A Quiet Place 2 yet? I gotta come over so we can watch it. Gatling's got Paramount Plus. That's awesome. I didn't know if Paramount Plus, the app, was like gonna actually make it. She has HBO Max, even in London, the joys of VPN. LOL, I haven't seen it, but must be good surely after the first one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dude, I bet you it's awesome. And I haven't read any reviews of it. The billboards stayed up through COVID and still are up in the same place. I'm like, dang, Quiet Place has money. Mira's yelling, yes, please. Yes, I will. I'm definitely going to. We got to figure out when I can. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to text you guys. Maybe tomorrow or Friday. We'll figure it out. I got to pick up my friend Doug from the airport this evening. Yeah, you guys. I don't really do airport runs, but when friends are desperate and they're like, come pick me up, please. And then they're like, I'll buy you some dinner. I'm like, all right, man. LAX is the worst airport, you guys, ever. I hate it so much. I always try to fly out of Burbank, but it's more expensive to fly out of a smaller airport, yada, yada. Stress City, going places, doing things. You know what I mean? I'm a brat. I'm born for first class, but I can't afford it. I don't know where that came from. It just came out. But that's true. That's one side of me where I'm like, I think I was like born to fly first class, but that's probably what everybody thinks, right? Everybody was born to fly first class because when you fly in a main cabin, miserable! Oh my God, right? I mean, you're tucked in, there's a person here, there's a person over here, somebody's sleeping, they're moving over onto your shoulder if you're in the center. Even if you're on the aisle, you got a little more leg room because I'm tall, so I choose an aisle seat so I can stick my legs out a little bit on the side. But then you got the cart coming up and down, people using the bathroom coming up and down. You choose a window side, people know how to sleep on a plane. They're just like the window and they're out, right? I'm like, I can't do that. Who can sleep on a plane? I wish. I can't do it. It's like, even if I had a pillow and an eye mask, going full nerd, what's up? Oh my God, it's been a while since you've been in here. How you doing? I'm telling you, even if I got the eye mask, the neck thing, right? I try to do it, and then you can put your seat back a little bit in a main cabin. I'm not sleeping. Nobody's sleeping. Who's sleeping? No, but it's just not possible. And those of you who can, you're probably narcoleptic. I swear. It's like people get on a plane, they're like for hours. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm miserable the whole time. Like, it's bad for me, which is why I'm like, listen, if you can zonk out on a flight, boom, baby, save money, fly regular. I'm like, if you can't, and when you arrive somewhere because you can't sleep, then you're like miserable. It takes you like days to catch up. I'm like, man, I heard about first class. Like, apparently the seats, they go all the way back. You get your own little bed and stuff. I'm like, forget about it. How cool would that be? So I'm talking about, I need to just find, well, like I said earlier, I'm trying to find jobs, you guys. Was running errands. I was applying for a bunch of jobs on Upwork, freelance gigs, to pay the old bills, because that's the life of an actor. I liked your outfit in the commercial. Oh my God, thank you, Bankit. Yeah, that was all wardrobe. Obviously, it's not my clothes. I slept going to Australia, but then again, and that's 24 hours. That had to be first class, LOL. Yeah, like you're saying because you slept 24 hours, that's like your version of first class, because you could probably sleep anywhere. Versus me, the only way I could sleep, I'm like, I would have to have that first class thing that people tell you. They're like, they bring you stuff. They give you free drinks, free food, a blanket, a pillow, and like you can lie all the way back. It's like insane. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what I need. Otherwise, forget about it. I'm not going to your wedding. I'm not going to your funeral unless you're going to pay first class. Okay? That's not really true. I mean, I've never flown first class in my life. I'm just saying, oh, it would be cool. Melatonin and vodka shots. That's how Gatling rolls. See, I swear to God, I took a NyQuil on a plane. Didn't work. Put the thing on, and I was like, you're just so uncomfortable, and I can't fit in a chair because I'm tall, I'm like 5'9", And it's just, I don't know, my knees hit up against a thing, and you can't go very far back, and drama, you guys, pure drama. Anywho, I'm glad that that Miss London, she can sleep on a flight. She just sleeps her way through. Screaming kids. Yeah, screaming kids. My wife wants to know something about that outfit, but is hesitant to ask. What about it? There is a gold pendant on there. And then I'm wearing red and black or something. I mean, obviously that's all wardrobe. And they went off a storyboard. So there's always a storyboard with producers and the client that choose what they want the look to be per character. And everybody was in the 80s, obviously. But mine is red hand lady or whatever. I'm always in red with the red gloves. What's your wife want to ask? She's too afraid to ask. Why? Why? Ask it. Is it a weird thing? Do I look... Is there something weird about the outfit that I'm like, ooh, we're going to get some juicy secrets right here with this wife's question. She's got a question about my outfit in the Little Caesars commercial. Out with it. All right, ask it. Yeah, so, what else, you guys? I'm waiting on that question. She swears that outfit was worn with stockings, not pantyhose. That's her question. What's the difference? But for real, what's the difference? Is pantyhose like the sheer stuff, or like yes, they put me in black nylons, which you can't, I don't think you could even see them. No, maybe you could. I told her we'll never know. Yeah, we'll never know for sure, because I don't know the difference between pantyhose and stockings. Because I'm like, they're definitely the same, yeah? Stockings, pantyhose, like absolutely. If you were like, put on those stockings or put on those pantyhose, I'd be like, great, I'll just grab one because they're both the same, right? You know, for sure. Let's just call them nylons and leave it at that. Thank you, Bankit. It was a nice outfit. I like that outfit a lot. I look pretty fly in it. Pretty fly. Yeah, it was a cool outfit. Kind of a pain to wear, though. Was like the skirt was like really, and I'm like, you never really even see the bottom half of me ever, which is funny. That's how it always is in commercials. They like dress you from head to toe, but then you it's like, oh, we only see this thing, like the upper part. And that was right after I rolled my ankle when I filmed that thing. So I told him, I was like, listen, I can't wear those heels. I was like, I got to wear my boots until you're going to actually see my feet on camera, and then I'll put those shoes on. They were really nice about it, though. They were like, yeah, cool. If we don't see your feet, it's all good. So that was nice. Sometimes they don't always do that. They're like, we got to, just in case the camera moves, you got to be in your stuff. So I imagine that spot gained me additional work. No, unfortunately, Bankit. The thing is people think I'm like wildly successful and have enough money, and I'm getting all these jobs because of that Little Caesars, because it plays like every 5 seconds. And that's just not the case with acting. Sure, it validates me more as an actor because my face is seen a little bit more, but casting is just so widely spread that like nobody goes like, hey, that Little Caesars ad, like, let's bring her in and give her a job. It's just like, I'm just one of thousands of actors that are on TV, you know? It's just like, it's just another job. It's a little more high profile because it plays so much, because it is Little Caesars. But it was just another regular job, which unfortunately, I mean, for actors in general in the commercial world, we don't get those jobs like every week, right? I mean, I shot that back in March. So that's like a job I had in March, and it's still playing because they get access to it. Hi, William in Brazil, because they have access to it for 2 years. So you guys may see my face on Little Caesars ads for 2 years, which is fun. I love being in the ads. I think it's a ton of fun, but no, it hasn't gained me any additional work. That's just kind of not, that's unfortunately just not really how it works in the commercial world. Because like I said, it's like actors in LA are like a dime a dozen. So the reason I do YouTube, and I can imagine, however, it was well cast, you did such a good job. Oh, thank you. I would think that you would gain some recognition. For sure, like from friends and stuff on Instagram who are like, I see you on my TV. Cam, you've never seen it? Oh, it's on my YouTube channel. I posted it. If you just look up Little Caesars within my channel, it'll pop right up for you so you can take a glance at it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the reason I make my own stuff and the reason I made a Venmo for a Real Killjoy, which is the whole reason I initially first came on here, is because in order for me to hopefully get like more consistent jobs, like as an actor, you got to make your own stuff. And so a Real Killjoy and Prime Your Life and all the stuff I'm doing, where I am putting my own funds into it, is so that hopefully, you know, it'll go places and people will notice it. And then maybe, yeah, exactly like the Little Caesars, maybe someone will go, oh, who is that? Or like, let's call Tara in, you know? Oh, you've only started recently watching. Okay, Cam. Yeah, it's on there. Just search Little Caesars. It'll pop up for you. Anywho, that's just not how it is in the acting world, unfortunately. But maybe one day I'll get to a point where if I were to ever get like a spot like on a TV show or something, then I would have like more consistent work, you know. But the commercial world is kind of like you do the one job, you get paid for it, and that's it. And they get access to that video for as long as they want, you know, as the company. And specifically for that Little Caesars thing, they get it for 2 years. Yay, Brandon, I'm glad you liked it. It was so much, it was a lot of fun to shoot. So I'm so glad that everyone is liking it. And sure, it probably helps raise my profile a bit, and maybe helps even my YouTube channel, because I think sometimes people search for like Little Caesars commercials because they're pretty funny. I really like Little Caesars commercials in general, so I'm really happy to have been a part of it. And so I think people are searching like Little Caesars and my name. So that kind of raises my profile too, which is fun. And yeah, I just added a Real Killjoy to IMDb. So if you guys are ever interested in who else was in the cast specifically, all this stuff is up there. And what else in the posters, and some screen grabs like behind the scenes. I think I have a few up there, and some screen grabs that were uploaded up there. But I need to go back in my comments, and I will try to, like tomorrow or Friday, react to the trailer. Someone said there's a trailer that dropped that has Batman and Joker in it. And I'm like, you're lying. You're a straight up liar. No way. I've just been trying to find jobs, like I said. So my world has been in that world, but I just ran in there and cleaned my car. I was like, God, check in with the Idiot Army, because I haven't had time to do any trailer reactions. What is the most lucrative role on TV and movies? Lucrative as in money, or like attention? Maybe explain just like what lucrative means in your terms. So that way you can answer it better. Yes, money. Oh God. Well, you know, commercials are kind of like all in the, you should be the face of Little Caesars forever. I wish, Reborn. I wish so bad. Like, I really wish that Little Caesars was like, we love Tara and we want her to be in all of our things. But I don't think that that's how Little Caesars works, unfortunately. Like, I just saw they dropped a new ad today and it has someone else in it. And like, they're just constantly hiring, you know, new actors to make new videos. Because I don't think Little Caesars has ever had a main person, sort of like progressive with flow. It's like Little Caesars doesn't do that, but I would love that. That would be great. My most lucrative thing, I'm telling you right now, none of it is really that lucrative. That's a thing. That's why I always have to have, like, I'm trying to find a million other jobs. Because you take a job and then you're like, oh, well, I shot that. Now I got to get other things. But, I would say, liked your reactions to the trailers for the Marvel and DC comic movies. I'm glad, William. Yeah, people love those trailer reactions, which is why I was saying I need to react to the trailer that apparently has the Joker and the Batman in it, which I'm like, what? That's crazy. The most lucrative, honestly, they've been all about the same. They're, you know, I'm really thinking here where I'm like, oh, in my work, what has it been? You know what it would have been? it would have been, which is crazy, a Toyota commercial that I booked in late 2019. And I was so stoked about it because it was Toyota. I had never booked anything with an agency that type that was so large. And guess what? COVID hit and it never came out. So I never got paid for the release of it. That, no joke, the thing that didn't happen because of COVID, which would have been the largest job that I had ever booked, didn't happen because COVID came out and they were like, oh, we're not going to release this video because it was shot a year and a half ago, so we can't use it. So that's kind of funny. I thought about that a lot in the beginning of like during COVID and towards the end. I was like, maybe they could still reuse it, but in regards to cars and years and dates and stuff like that, they couldn't. No joke, that probably would have been the most lucrative thing. And that didn't happen, but that's okay. That's what happens with actors. They can choose, which is always in the contract. They say, we will pay you this flat amount if you appear in the final edit. Don't ever let porn peddlers recruit you. Not that you're not beautiful, which you are, but you just seem like a woman of higher caliber that could do a lot in film or TV. Well, if you haven't already, you can watch my movie. It's not my movie. I'm in it. I'm the lead. In The Twisted Nanny, which they recently changed to The Nightmare House on Amazon Prime, but it's a Lifetime movie. So that's great. So I've been in that. And then I will be showing up in another Lifetime movie called Psycho Storm Chaser. You can check more of that info out on IMDb. But that's another film I'm in. And then obviously Prime Your Life, the short film I made. So I am doing film stuff for sure. I haven't done any film TV work because I just got a new agent who said they would like try to finally submit me in that world. But the acting world, man, if you're not like aware of it, it's like your agent has to know certain casting directors that do certain things, because most casting directors will only see submissions from like agents they like. And overall, once one role for a TV show goes out, they get like probably 1,500 submissions in about 30 minutes. And overall, they'll get about 3,000 submissions. And a lot of times CDs are like, let's just filter these via agents and people I like, or actors that I've starred. I can't be an actor that they've starred if they've never seen me, if I've never been in the room. So that's where a good agent comes in who can actually get on the phone and like call and be like, Tara would be great. So I've been sending my manager and my newer agent stuff saying, I've won Best Actress for Prime Your Life, 3 awards for that, to see if it helps for when they pitch me so I can get in the room. But you just never know. That's just a thing. People are like, you should just be on SNL or like go be on that show. And I'm like, I wish it was like that. Is it like Yelp, Miss Tara? Jacob Kensington. You know what? It's not like Yelp where like casting leaves a review, but like casting, I believe, in regards to submissions, once they've seen you, they can sort of star you, meaning like, oh, we've seen her, we know her. So if she gets submitted, she'll automatically be at the top, kind of. In the commercial world, I think I'm starred probably for some casting directors commercially where they just go, oh, Tara's been in for us 100 times. She's reliable. So if we call her in for commercials, she'll know her line. She'll be funny. She'll have some improv. She'll know what to do. But in the TV world, no. And in the large film world, you know, like I would need a role on a big TV show, or I would need a really good agent to get in for like a movie that you guys would actually watch, like for a role in a movie that would go out in theaters, right? For like a 5 and under is what we call it, which means you have 5 lines and under, which is a very small role. Reborn, and you're so good. Oh, thank you. Which is a very small, I said role, 5 and under. But that's like how you have to start out in like big features or like TV and stuff, where they're like, oh, 5 and under. I haven't even been able to really go out for those. My agent hasn't been able to get me in there. But hopefully, hopefully that'll all change. That's why I'm making my own projects and, like Prime Your Life and like a Real Killjoy, so that there's just more and more proof that I'm a decent enough actor to be working. So if I could do a TV show, would you want a network or streaming service? Because it seems more reliable not under a major network like ABC or NBC. You know what? To be honest, I would love anything. No joke. But I'm not sure if the pay is different on a network versus Netflix. I think Netflix just pays like a flat fee overall, and they can use the videos forever. And like versus on a network, I think they have to pay you, right, every time it airs. I think that's the difference. But no joke, I'd be like, oh, I would love, it would never, either, wherever it would be shown. Sorry, I didn't complete that sentence very well. Wherever anything would be shown, it doesn't change my job as an actor. I would still be getting hired for the day to do a job, and I would be so happy about that. Do you like the Loki series? Yes, William, I do. I know it's crazy, I haven't finished it. I'm only on episode 4. But yeah, I really like it. I like that like Loki is basically in love with himself. Which I know it's not totally him because it's a hot girl, but excuse me for yawning, but I like that side of it. I am totally enjoying Loki. And what else have I been watching? Do you guys recommend any movies or TV shows? You guys got to tell me if you do. What else was I just saying? Yeah, it wouldn't matter. My job wouldn't change if it was on Netflix or ABC or NBC. It wouldn't be any different, I don't think, for me. Would you want to own your own rights fully? Because in the show, haters back off. Colleen Ballinger didn't get the rights back when the show ended. Would I want my own rights? Like I don't have any rights like as an actor when you're on a show, right? When you get hired just as an actor on a show, but if Colleen, is it because she created the show? Oh my God, my first live of yours, really enjoyed it. I'm off now at 11 p.m. here and up at 6:30 for work. The joys of banking. We'll check out later. See. Oh my God, Cam, thank you so much for that. Guys, go tell Cam. Cam in London, man, is doing banking over there. I really appreciate that. Yes, that's why, Jacob. So you're saying Colleen created it and owned it. So then, yes, I would own, if I created a thing. Yeah, yes, Cam, thank you so much. That $5 helps me, man. A lot. You would have no idea. Yes, if I created a thing, I would own the rights, unless they were like, here's a bunch of money. But, night, Cam, thank you so much. You're the best. Then I would want to own the rights. But if I just get hired as an actor, then I don't own rights to anything. They just go, here's your one-time fee. We get access to the video. Bye. And that's just kind of how the job is, What else, you guys? Yeah, acting's you got to be in love with it, I think, to do it. I met someone the other day who was like, yeah, I'm like, I do like tech and like and some other stuff, and like I was thinking about doing acting, and I'm like, no, you can't just think about doing the thing. It's so hard to get into it and book work that like you have to be in love with it, I think, to really have success. You got to really love it. It's got to be in your soul and in your heart to be like, that's the one thing I want to do. And there's a good quote in Prime Your Life about it. And that's why I wrote Prime Your Life. So hopefully one day you guys will all get to see that, or it'll come to a film festival near you. But Prime Your Life is a lot to do with this career and kind of how hard it is and the peaks and valleys. Oh my God, Reborn, thank you so much. 8303, that's insane. You guys are so great. Like this. Seriously, the $5 is like insanely helpful. Like that, you guys have no idea. Like, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So anyway, the acting game. It's a weird one, but I do love it. I'm in love with it. So, It's one thing that I'm like, I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Even when I get old and that people might be like, you look too old, we don't want to hire you. I'll still be like, then hire me as your grandma, man, because like, I don't know what else to do, man, you know? Which is the truth. You got to just do the thing that you love till the day you die. Otherwise, you're just dying inside anyway, going through life when you're doing something you don't love. Every step you take, I think like a little part of you is dying, right? If you're like, I hate this thing, versus something that you do love, which for me, it still brings me a lot of stress. It makes you vain, where you're like, you look at your face and you're like, oh my God, if I get another wrinkle, I may never book work again. Like, I go crazy because of the job, of the career I'm in. It makes you an insane person, but I'm willing to go and take on that insanity in order to be able to do something that really does bring me joy. When someone hires me for a job and they go, you are the one we choose out of like sorry, I keep getting pop-ups. That's why you see my thumb swiping. You're the one we choose out of like hundreds of actors that we saw or whatever. When they choose me, that's like a validation of going, they chose me because of me and my personality and my talent, which is, thank God. About what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie. You know what? That's such a hard question, but I always say like The Dark Knight or Jurassic Park. But then I'm like, dude, I'm missing out on so many movies that have like recently come. Love and Monsters. You guys still never guessed it. This is what that t-shirt's from. Don't settle even at the end of the world. This t-shirt is from that movie, Love and, oh, close. Oh boy. Rotate device. Oh, rotate it back. Oh my God, we are way too zoomed in. What happened? Wow, I dropped the phone and then it was like, we need to see where your pupil is at. What was that, you guys? Wowza. Sorry about that. Love and Monsters is one of the best movies that was released during quarantine. Great movie. It Chapter 1, great film. That's what got me into horror films. And I don't even like horror films, but It Chapter 1. God, I mean, there's so many movies. Oh my God, Brandon Stewart! Thank you so much. Holy junk, that means so much to me. Thank you for that. Man, you guys are on top of it today, Idiot Army. This means so much to me. And what did I just watch? I was like, that's a great movie. Oh, there's one with Toni Collette and horses. It's called like Dream Horse or I think it's called Dream Horse. You guys got to watch that. I had to rent it, but Toni Collette, if you guys don't know her, she's like from the United States of Terror, if you ever watch that show, or just look her up on IMDb. I felt left out with the chats, Brandon. No, never left out. What was it? Oh yeah, Toni Collette. She's so talented. In this movie about horses, like when something happens with a horse or animals, Hereditary, she's in it, and Knives Out. Yes, Knives Out was really good too. Thank you, Jacob. Hereditary, I don't know that I've seen that yet, but Dream Horse, man, holy junk. You know, she's just so good, so talented. But the plot is a true story of this, like, of basically just deciding to breed a champion horse, and then you go through the journey with her and her and her husband or whatever. And it's insane, and it's so good, and I loved it. I loved it so much. Great movie. Oh, Hereditary, that dinner scene. Did I watch that movie? I must have, but when you say that dinner scene, I'm like, did I watch that movie? You guys know me, my memory's like nothing. I can remember a script, but someone's like, what'd you eat for breakfast? I'm like, I don't know, but I know my lines. Like, that's how my brain works. Hereditary, that dinner scene. I must have watched it. What else? Oh my God, the one where, what was it? The girl who looks like, oh my God, this is terrible. It's like the blonde girl, she's in this horror movie, and like eventually in one scene she gets blood all over her. It's such a good movie. It's because she married a guy and the family goes, now you have to go through basically like people start murdering people off. And she's like, what? This is the game? Like, if you get a card, that means you have to die? I think that's what it was. That was an insane movie. I just gave you no information. I just talked about it for 2 minutes, gave you no. Ready or Not, Jacob knew what it was. Ready or Not, great film. Great film, so much fun. I love that film. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm like trying to think. Oh, there's another one. Jason Statham in a newer movie you have to rent. It's like on Amazon Prime right now. Oh, what is that movie? It was good. I liked it. You guys will probably know. You guys will know. Jacob will know. Somebody will know what the name is. Wrath of Man. Thank you, Prabal. I liked that movie. Did you guys like that? You see it? You like it? I liked it. I liked it. What else? Yeah, the Soderbergh film on HBO Max. I started it, but I'm like, why is it shot all in a wide angle, like a fish eye? It's not fish eye. It's just wide angle. It's weird. It kind of threw me off. But I liked it. I haven't finished it yet. Did you ever see The Exorcist? Yeah, thank you. But I swear to you, it's been a really long time, and people are like, you should rewatch that. Like, you don't remember? And I'm like, I think it really freaked me out. Like the shower thing, that's the shower one. No, that's Psycho, right? Which one is which? See, these horror things that are intense, that are really good and intense, I'm like, I have to ask a friend to come watch The Exorcist with me. And like, who wants to do that? I mean, I'm sure maybe somebody, but like, it's scary. You still haven't got the reaction from Shang-Chi trailer. Have you seen the official trailer? No, I reacted to it. Gotta still check it out. What about Quiet Place 2? I love both those movies. I reacted to the Shang-Chi trailer. Are you talking about the film? The Shang-Chi film? Because I have 2 reactions up. It's the one where the little girl is possessed. Which one? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Hereditary? That's right. You're talking about Hereditary. I don't think I watched it because, again, I was like, it's too scary. And I live alone. And I'm like, I can't watch those things unless I'm by myself. The Exorcist. Yeah. Oh. The Exorcist. Yeah, maybe I did watch that, but it was like, it's been a minute. I should rewatch it because those movies are really good. And I know it. They're excellent. I just get freaked out because I live alone. I'm alone. And then I'm like, am I really going to click on this right now? You need to watch Hereditary ASAP. Okay, I will. I'll watch it for you guys. I'm just, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be sobbing into my pillow alone on my couch. I'm going to watch it. I'll do it for you. What actor or actress has had the biggest impact on me? Midsummer is also amazing. Oh my God. Midsummer, bravo. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Midsummer, bravo. It won an Oscar. It's brilliant. Yes, if you guys haven't seen Midsummer, I mean, get on it. I love Julia Louis-Dreyfus as an actress. She's great. People have compared her to, like, fortunately, there's been a couple times where, like, you remind me of her. That, like, reminds me of a delivery of Julia or whatever. I'm like, cool. And, like, I mean, geez, just people... who else that I was like, I really like the way that obviously, like, the normal ones, like, like Reese Witherspoon has such an effect of when she goes from Legally Blonde to Little Things. It's like she kind of plays the same character, but she still has such a range. And I don't normally ever name her. I'm like, I don't know, Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, the regular ones that I think anyone would name. But I'm trying to think, it's the same thing with me when people go, what's your favorite film? And I'm like, I don't know. I start to panic and just pull up like old school names. And I'm like, no, there's people that, like Toni Collette, like I said, she's brilliant. Like, if you guys have never seen United States of Terror, I mean, she can pull 5 characters out of her butt in like 2 seconds. Do you have any prospective roles in a movie? If you want some interesting horror, Skeleton Key, Case 39, Haunter, the others... Also above, so below. Okay, you got to write those in the extra comments after this goes on live, so I remember those because me, it's in and out. Kate Winslet. Oh my God, Andrew, thank you. See what I mean? I need help. Kate Winslet. Have you guys seen her HBO show? Oh my God, that is the show of 2021. She is phenomenal. Like, holy freaking junk. If you have not seen that show on HBO and the name, the frick is the name? Oh my God, you guys know I've come on YouTube before and everybody needs to watch it. What's the name of it, Andrew? You got to say it so people know. I haven't said the name yet because that's how my brain works. I get so mad at it. Oh, it's so good. I love that show so much. Bravo on that show. That's one of the best shows. Whatever you do, don't cut your hair. It'll keep you in the running. We'll see, man. I hope so. I hope so, Bankit. But then again, Mayor of Easttown. Oh my God, you guys gotta watch Mayor of Easttown. Thank you, Prabal. You gotta watch it. I mean, Mayor of Easttown. Oh, that's one of the best shows. Kate Winslet, yes, of course, duh. Oh God, what is her? Oh, the girl from Fleabag, the lead from Fleabag. The What If trailer is amazing. The What If trailer. Okay, I gotta watch that, William. I know there's another trailer we'll do. If people ask me fave, I say Spaceballs or Tom Thumb. Yeah, like, right? I just reach for like old school stuff because I'm like, I'm panicking. I don't remember anything. What was the last thing the chat just said? I'm like, hold on. What was it just said? See, I can't like view it. What did Andrew just say? I literally said it out loud. Do you see where I'm worried that I'm like, does this mean I'm going to have like Alzheimer's when I'm 50? Mayor of Easttown, but you said a different thing. Mayor of Easttown, yes, perfection. You guys got to watch that show. Somebody said something else. And I'm like, I don't remember what I was going to say to it. Like I was going to answer you, but I'm totally blanking on it. Yeah, I get scared that I'm like, oh my God, does this mean I'm going to just lose all my memory at 50? Because I'm like, what was that thing? I don't remember. Like this happens to me all the time. It makes me so nervous. I hate it. But I can't remember a script. I can't remember lines. So that's a plus. Shucks. What else was I going to say? Perspective roles in movies, someone asked. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jacob. That's what it was. No, I mean, as of now, no, except for Psycho Storm Chaser hasn't come out yet. Nah, we all get those memory lapses, thank goodness. But I swear to God, Bankit, I get them like every day or something. Like, not crazy, but like, anytime somebody asks about an actor or a film or like details, I'm like, I don't know. Or like, what's the name of that cheese? Like, the worst. Except for Psycho Storm Chaser, I'm the lead in that, which hasn't been released yet. It'll be up on Lifetime pretty soon. I like depressing movies, Prabal. I mean, I don't watch them because they're specifically depressing. I mean, a movie never has it in their plot or their synopsis that it's like depressing. But I do like emotional movies that like have to do with like love or like, most of the time it just means you have a lot going on in thought. Yeah, I do, Bankit. I got so much going on. I have to like write stuff down. So many things. Like update this IMDb. Start a Venmo for Real Killjoy. Apply to at least 3 jobs today. Don't forget to update your reel. What about the other one that went into an indie festival? That's Prime of Your Life. Prime Your Life is if you're talking about Prime Your Life, which is in festivals now. Yes, that is. I'm in that, and that's going in festivals this year. Hopefully we'll get into a few more. It's gotten into a Vegas one in Austin, and another one here in Burbank. Have you lived in Southern California all my life? Not all my life, but I've been out here 18 years. In regards to the other 3-word film, if you're talking about Real Killjoy, which I just dropped 3 days ago, that's my other short. That's just online, and that's another role that I'm in. I thought you meant when you said prospective, that you meant like in the future. Do I have any prospects coming up, like future roles? As of now, no. It's always just like, hopefully I'll get an audition, and if I book it, I book it. But a lot of times it's like the percentage of an actor until people know your name. It's like 10 out of. Being an artist outside of, what are your thoughts on the amount of sex scenes and stories? Now, do you believe it helps the story or it's more marketing? Yeah, that's a great question, because a lot of people, when they sign do I have a musical project or is it just fun? I don't have any musical projects. I wish. Oh, yeah, no, I just play cover songs for fun because I love singing. Yeah, the sex scenes like that all comes down to like an actor's choice of being like, Why am I showing my boobs? Is this like necessary for this story? And for me, I tell my agent, I'm like, I don't do nudity because I'm not a name. And like a lot of people have gotten into the business by being in a show. Like if you look at, I was born in LA, hated leaving, but now he's glad. I've been in show business. Do you think you'd be happier out of LA? No, the business is such an up and down. Like, trust me, I'm like, I hate it some days where I'm like, God, I just wish I had a job that paid me regular money so I wouldn't have to stress about bills all the time. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm a creative person. I live off, you just barely make it. You create, you make things. And this is the entertainment capital of the world. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I love LA. I got a lot of friends out here. It's where I've been for a long time. So I do like it out here. I do think there is some of it to do with marketing in regards to like the nudity stuff, but there are some stuff where you do need to see like maybe some nudity in regards to like the storyline, maybe intimacy with another character, or if someone has like, if they're sort of like, it's called MICU. Oh, Jacob. Yeah, sorry. MICU it wasn't really a musical project. I was cast in that by Dollars and Donuts. I am a lead in that film. And yes, I have a song in that film. So the song plays at the end and through the credits that I did sing. I did not write that song. That was written by the composer. Yes, I forgot about that. Have I ever ridden horses? Yeah, bank it. I've ridden, like me abuelita, my grandpa used to own quarter horses. So I rode Western riding when I was like little. I didn't ride a ton, but I've definitely ridden horses before. The nudity thing is weird though for actors. I'm like, I just choose no, I wouldn't do it. I don't know where to watch it. Oh, MICU? Yeah. I don't know that it's online yet because I think I'll have to look. I'll have to ask if Dollars and Donuts has dropped it on their YouTube channel yet. Because that would be where I think you would see it, MICU. But I think they were putting it in film festivals, and a lot of times when you're in film festivals, you can't have anything public or live when it's in film festivals. But I'll have to figure that out. I'll leave a comment, or just look up Dollars and Donuts Productions, and if you go to their channel, it might be on there, Jacob. What else, you guys? What else, huh? What else is going on? I'm really glad I came on here, you guys. In terms of script writing, what do you think is the most important thing? That's a good question, Prabal. In terms of script writing, I think the most important thing is that right off the bat, sometimes there's scripts and you watch a film and you're like, all this stuff has happened to this character, but the setup in regard to this character, I don't care about them. And it's like films, you're welcome, Jacob, films that take a little bit of time to set up the characters, just their presence. Like Sideways. I rewatched Sideways. This is a great example. Sideways with Paul Giamatti in it. If you guys haven't watched that movie, it's phenomenal. Go and watch it right now. Sideways does a really good job of the second they open that film, you see Paul Giamatti's character. He's getting out of bed. Thank you, Andrew. Oh my God, Reborn. Thank you so much. Like, all these dollars help me so much, you guys. It like, seriously, it will. And it will also help, with a Real Killjoy too, but really it helps. Thank you. They do a really good job. Like, you just see in the beginning, you hear Paul Giamatti. He's like, I'm running late. He's like, I'm leaving. I'm on the freeway. And he's not. He's like going through his clothes. He has a bunch of laundry. He goes to the bathroom. He's brushing his teeth. He stops by the coffee shop. He gets a bagel. And through that, you get to see his personality, him interacting with people, being late, being on the phone. And you're like, oh, right off the bat, right there, we've established who is this character. We've established that he's like, he's not doing so well, not really on top of stuff. And then I think the meeting after that, he gets like not so good news about his book. I think. He goes to the meeting late, and then it's not very good news. So we end up kind of caring about him. We're like, oh, we've lived with him for a second, and we kind of like him, right? We've seen him, versus like there's sometimes a certain films, I don't know what it is. I don't know the exact precise way to do it with everything, because like for a Real Killjoy, or like Prime Your Life is set up like that. Prime Your Life, which is doing really well in festivals, which I wrote with Craig, who's the director, is set up. It's based on a true story. It's basically a story about me, but but not everything in it is true. But you go through sort of a day with me in like the life of an actor, and then some storyline comes through with it. But it sets up so that you care about me and what happens to me. So you get somewhat of an emotional attachment, so that when I go through things within the span of 10 minutes, that you still feel it. You're there with me, you're on the ride because you care. And there's some movies that I don't know what the deal is, but in writing, they don't set up the characters with enough time. They don't take enough time to like really give you the juice on it. And I think that's where stuff goes wrong, because then you're like, I don't know, I'm bored. I don't really care what happens to Matt in this movie, because he didn't really set up that in the writing, because you've got to care about those main characters. The setup has to be there. Another good example in the TV show Shrill, with Bryant in it. I'm a fan of storytelling. That being said, I'm not a big fan of horror because it bores me. However, when it's slow, dramatic buildup that feels realistic, makes you appreciate it more. Yeah, exactly. Slow, dramatic buildup. It definitely makes you appreciate it more. And, a lot of great movies sort of take their time to highlight the lead characters and just give you a view into how they're living their life, right? How does it look right now? Oh my God, I forgot this film. A film that's added to my most favorite films, Nobody, starring what's his nuts from Breaking Bad. One of you guys is gonna know his name. I know his name too, but Bill Odenkirk. Nobody. The cover of it is like he's getting punched, I think. It says Nobody in yellow. You gotta watch that. The beginning of that movie is a perfect setup to bring you into this character's life. Love that movie. Me too, Andrew. Bring you into the character's life. What's going on with him? Nobody is amazing. See, you guys are all on board. These guys are on board. They're saying it's amazing. If you guys haven't watched it, you got to get on it. You got to watch that movie. It's amazing. That is a clear example of how do we set this up? It takes 5 minutes. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Set up this character. What is he doing? How is he living his life? It's, oh crap, he's behind. The world is always against him, and we know that within the first 5 minutes of that movie, because it's great writing. That's great storytelling. We have to set up the character. How is he living his life? Is he on top of the world? Does he seem on top of it, but deep down it sucks? Or is it just all around suck, and he's putting on a face for his family or for his work? Like, all those things are really important, I think, in filmmaking and storytelling, for sure. It's because writing scripts is so hard. You're going to check it out this week. Yeah, Reborn, you got to. It's so good. Man, is it good. It's going to win some awards, I guarantee you. It has to. I mean, because that film is great. Who are your dream actors or actresses to work with? Like I was saying, Phoebe Bridges. That's her name from Flea. She's great. But like, oh my God. I mean, wouldn't it be so crazy if I like worked with like Nicole Kidman or like Reese Witherspoon or oh my God, what if I worked with anybody from like the Avengers? Oh my God, Andrew. Shut up. Thank you. Guys, this is like amazing that you're supporting me like that. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Andrew. Like anybody in the Marvel movies, that would be so fun. Oh no, what about like Ryan Reynolds? Dude, if I got a role in one of his movies that was funny, holy junk. Give me a break. What's the lead actor's the lead actor's name in Catastrophe? That's a funny show. It's on Hulu. That's a great show. Honestly, I would just be grateful to work along and anybody. Oh my God, but what if it was like the Stranger Things characters who are like old now? And by old, I mean like they're like 19. You're like, oh my God, they're so much older. That would be so much fun. Who else? I mean, that's the hard. Kate Winslet would be crazy. Deadpool 3. Thank you, Jacob. Like, yeah, any of those guys, like Tony Collette is brilliant. even Keanu Reeves, like, dude, guys, if I was in the next John Wick, I would lose my mind. Like, I don't even care if it was like you get 2 lines and you're like the waitress. I'd be like, I don't care. Just like put me in it, man. You know, like to be in John Wick. Whoa. I like, as you can see, based on a Real Killjoy, it's like I'm writing my own roles so that I can be cast more as like, I would love to make it into a comedy horror genre, because those as indie films tend to do really well. And that would mean if there's a film that has money, meaning they have a producer and has money and have money enough to like pay me, you know what I mean? That would be great. Keanu, he's great. Yeah, I mean, how amazing would that be if I was in John Wick? Like, what? That would be insane. But it would be great if I got into that indie kind of comedy horror genre, because that's very popular, easily sellable. And then I could just get hired in that world and be sort of more of a badass. Would you ever do voiceover in a video game? Oh my God. Yes, I would love to. But that's the problem, Jacob. It's like, in the acting world, you like have to do one, you don't have to do one thing or the other. I think I've had some voiceover auditions, but like there's people in the acting world who only do voiceover. They have a voiceover studio in their house, so every audition they send in sounds professional. They don't have to go to a studio, so the production doesn't have to pay. They would have to pay for me to go to a studio for it to sound studio grade. It's like I could set something up in my closet, but I'm like, I live in a studio, you know, and voiceover isn't my main thing. My main thing is acting. So it's very odd. You don't think, well, I mean, just most people think like it all goes together. It doesn't. There's so many voiceover actors out there that that's all they do and all they study, so that when I send an audition and it's not all I do, it's like, sure, I can make lines sound good as an actor. I'm just like, oh, I'll just say these lines as I would as an actor. But the voiceover game is like totally different, especially for a video game. If you ever listen to it, have any of you guys watched The Witch, another character building film? Oh, okay. So I mean good character building, Andrew, meaning like the setup is good. Is like that's all they do and they're really good at it, you know? And like I could be good at voiceover, but video games, you mean in good storytelling, I have to watch that. The Witch. All right, Prabal loved it. Well, I haven't seen that. I'll watch it. If you say it's got good story building in the beginning, I'll give it a look. You guys got to watch Nobody if you haven't seen it, which I know those two have. But yeah. Shucks, what was I just saying? Oh my God, look at these guys in the Beamer. Do you see them with the wings? Do you guys see this through my window right now? Oh my God. We're talking money, dude. We're talking money. Can you guys see that? Oh, I could just flip it. Oh my God, money. Look at that right there. They even got a Diva license plate, you guys, and the freaking doors come up. Oh my God. Oh my God. LA. I gotta watch The Witch for sure. And there they go. Bye-bye. Have fun with your nice car and all your money. Ha ha. What else, guys? What was I going to say? What were we just talking about? The Witch, and somebody said another thing, and I was blabbing on about it. They got distracted by the car. Few actors, actresses have done video games. Yeah, Emma Stone. Yeah, Christopher Walken. That's my point, Jacob. As an actor, when you make it to, like, be an A-list, those are all A-list actors, meaning like they don't audition for roles anymore. They just get movies. And of course, people just go, oh, I love that person. If she'll be in our video game, we'll hire her. And they give them lots of money because they just want their voice to be in it. Right. And for me, I'm still a nobody. I mean, to you guys, I'm somebody, to my idiot army. But in the acting world, I'm, you know, in Prime Your Life, I say I'm on, you know, like I'm 30 something and I'm not even on the D list. And that fucking hurts. That's the exact quote from Prime Your Life. And that is the truth, because I work, I get jobs. You guys are like, those things are cool. And you watch my shorts and you support me. And I am successful in my own right, meaning in regards to what I've done lately. I'm just so happy that you guys loved A Real Killjoy. Like, whatever, I'm getting there. Thank you, Reborn. I'm getting there. It takes so much work. So those people who get those video games, obviously they're already A-listers. So they just go, oh, we want to use you for your voice and your brand because we know who you are. Versus for me, if I send an audition versus somebody else who's a voiceover actor and that casting director already knows them because they're different casting directors, it's a whole different world. They're going to, choose the one who has an in-home studio and they sound way better. Like, sometimes in video games, you hear the voices and I'm like, I don't know how they're going to want this delivered, because sometimes I feel like it's kind of corny. All the struggles and hard work you put up, rewards will be worth it. Yeah, I feel you as a scriptwriter. I'm in the exact same spot as you. Yeah, Prabal, so you get it. The ups and downs of the business. When you're not a name, you just go through it. It's like the story of the struggling artist is just, it's so true. Like, if you guys haven't seen Moulin Rouge, that's a perfect example of a writer who meets a courtesan, and the courtesan wants to be an actress. And you can't be an actress unless you have basically she's going to marry this guy she doesn't like, who has money, who can then produce. That's what he would become, a producer, who puts money into a project so she can be seen. And it's like, there's so much drama in that, and it's a brilliant movie. It's Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman. It's one of my favorites. So I saw a quote or this somewhere that more special you are, the harder life is. You must be pretty darn special, because I'm 32 and none of my dreams have happened. But they could, Jacob. They could, man. 32, man. You still got a lot of life to live. The thing I love about these small communities, how we can all help each other. Me too, Andrew. Like, you guys are helping me so much by just even giving $5 in the chat. Like, no joke. You guys don't understand like how much it means to me. Like, that is a lot. That kind of like changes my day a lot. I really appreciate it. You guys are my small idiot army community, and we can help each other out, and that's a good thing, man. And you know what, Jacob? I think like living your dreams is honestly, some people's view of like dreams is like different than others, where it's like you could already be living your dream. If you have a job that you love, that's like a dream come true, dude. When I'm on set, I love it, but that can't be my everyday job. I don't book a job every day. So it's like, that's what I was saying earlier today. I'm like applying for their freelance gigs, to hopefully find one to hold me over for a week or something, But it's like, if you have a normal, I think, job that you like, that's a dream. I think if you have a relationship that you love, that's a dream come true too. Relationships are hard, man. If you have sort of a lifestyle that you like, you can still go out, you got friends, you could go out and socialize with them. I think that's like a dream, little small things, just like life kind of not being too difficult and life just kind of going. We're all kind of set on this like life on life's terms type of deal, but I think as we go through it, there's a lot of ups and downs. And like, for me, yes, I'm in my head. I'm like, oh my God, I'm aging. Will I ever book work? I don't know. I'm not making enough money. What if I never become on the C list? And what if I never get a job on a TV show? And then I die and I was never on a TV show. Like, all these things as a creative go through my head just all the time, as I'm sure you guys with writing and with just whatever you're doing. It's just, we get bombarded. But at the end of the day, I think when life hits you, Danny DeVito didn't hit his big break until 40. I know it. Those things don't really happen anymore, because Danny DeVito, when he was 40, that was a while ago. And it's a lot easier for men. It is true. It is easier for men, because as you guys age, you get wrinkly in your hair, and then you're more desirable, actually. And for women in the acting world, there's a lot of jokes that like when you hit 30 in the acting world, you're basically a dinosaur. Meaning like they better be casting you as a mom only. In a couple years, you'll be grandma, because most of what Grace and Frankie is sort of changing that tune, and some other shows too. I've skateboarded of 20 years. I haven't been paid for except teaching lessons. Lessons is cool, but the business wasn't treating me professionally, so none of it is happening right now. Yeah, well, if the business isn't treating you right, then it's like then I, respect your decision to like get out of it. But I also think teaching, if that brings you joy, is a cool kind of dream you're living, because you're still getting to live your dream by skating, but you're now sharing that skill with other people, which is pretty dope. And who knows, you might even get back into it. Or like, I don't know, start making skating videos. I don't know how all that works, but sometimes I see people, they're like, I'm gonna take this skate and I'm gonna go over this pole and then slide down the stairs and hopefully make it. And I'm like, dude, skating is like putting your life at risk all the time. I'm like, skating is scary. When I watch people skate, I'm like, and that's why I guess they're a bunch of teenagers mostly. Cause I'm like, dude, I like was walking down the stairs today and I like kind of slipped and I was like, oh my God, no. Because I've already rolled my ankle and I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm getting just old age, where you're like, I'm not a teenager anymore. But I'm like, dude, if I fell on my face or broke my hip, like it would be so bad if I like hit anything. Cause I'm like, I need this to work. In my job, I need this in order to get jobs. And for this to stay somewhat okay, like to stay looking okay, you get it. So aging is a very scary thing for me as an actor, even though you guys are like, oh, you look great, whatever. It's just overall, it is the truth. Like you hit 30 and the industry here is like, oh, we don't cast anybody over 30. It's like every role is like 21 to 30, And I could still go out for 30 for sure. But I'm getting submitted for, even sometimes like I'll get submitted for 40s and I'll go into the room and I'll look around and I'm like, I'm the youngest person there. In acting, the thing is, an agent will just go, we'll put you in for anything that they go, sure, maybe she'll fit. That happened on my movie American Satan. It's supposed to be a mom in her 40s. And I booked the role and I got on set, and this was like 4 years ago. And he's like, you look really young. I'm like, yeah, I know. You guys booked me. Like, I don't know what to say. I posted various videos, but living in Phoenix, hot. Oh yeah, it's too hot. 10 months out of the year, it's heat. So skating, yeah, nope, can't do it. You'll pass out, man. It's too hot in Phoenix. That's hot. That's really hot. Prime Your Life is going to be at the Phoenix Film Festival, by the way. So if you look up the Phoenix Film Festival, you'll see in the short films category, you'll be able to find Prime Your Life. I think it's playing 3 days over there at the end of August. What was I just saying before that? See what I mean about the memory? You guys are like, it happens to all of us. I'm like, it literally happens to me all of the time. Like, what was I just talking about? I don't know. Jacob brought up the skating, but I was saying something else. Oh, good. Playing a mom. That's right. I'm 5'8", 5'8.5". Yes, playing a mom, playing a grandma. You're just aged out when you get older. Auditions of 40-year-olds. That's right. For freaking, like I was saying, American Satan, and everyone else was. I looked really young, and I'm like, well, you guys hired me. And he's like, yeah, I know, you were the best one. So they throw you in makeup, they curl your hair, they put on extra makeup to sort of make you look older. And then that normally plays up. Even in addition to playing the guitar well, you also have a beautiful voice. Thank you, Will. I can't speak today. Thank you, William. But it says William Silva. Thank you for that. Thanks for listening to my cover songs. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just post those for fun. That's fun. It would be so cool, though, to be cast like in a musical. Like Moulin Rouge. Woo! That's what I was just talking about earlier. Such a good movie. They get to sing and do all that stuff and act. That's fun. Yeah, I love singing. It's a great stress reliever to play my guitar and play songs. So I like posting those. The covers are good. I'm glad you like them too, Brandon. Thank you. Thanks for watching them. I know my channel is just a mixture, amalgamation of a bunch of different things that don't make sense. Like trailer reactions and cover songs and then a sketch and then a short film. It's like my channel's all over the place. People are always like, if you just narrowed in and only did trailer reactions, you'd have like 1 million followers overnight. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do that because I'm an actor. I like doing just different things. I'm too creative of a person that, like, if I was only doing one thing all the time, I think I'd be like, oh, I don't like it anymore. So I have to switch it up, you know? Yeah, man. What else, guys? You guys good? Whoa, I've been on here for 73 minutes. That's so many minutes, you guys. Wowza. I'm glad you guys have been hanging out with me, man. Talking movies, talking TV shows. Now you guys are more educated on LA and the life of an actor, I think. And writing and movies and weird stuff, I guess. Yeah, so, well, yeah, if you got, and thank you so much. That's good, like my YouTube. I do reactions, escape videos, trying food. Oh, good, good, good. Jacob does all the things. I could talk about a movie all day. Yeah, pro ball. I know it. Me too. I just love movies. They're like my best friend, you know. It's your own authenticity. That's right, Jacob. Just like yours is switched up and a bunch of stuff. Like, you got to go with what's in your heart to like post. Otherwise, you'll get bored and be like, forget about it, you know. Anywho, thank you guys so much for those of you guys who put money in the chat just for joining this live. It really means a lot to me. First time seeing this outside of me seeing your Dave Chappelle 8-minute reaction video. Great convo about films. Oh, thank you, Andrew. I'm glad. Yeah, I know a lot of people just sort of will sometimes just view like one popular video, you know, like the Marcelina Pomey reactions or trailer reactions that have gotten a lot of views, and they'll just view that and then not view anything else ever. Because sometimes when I look at my channel, I'm like, oh my God, this only has 300 views and I have 50,000 subscribers. I'm like, where are all the subscribers? I think they just subscribe and then they never come back to the channel. But you guys are my hardcore. You guys are my group. I love that. Thank you for joining and putting money in the chat and asking me questions and joining the convo. I super appreciate it. So yeah, guys, A Real Killjoy is up on Venmo. It's just at A Real Killjoy. It's to make the next episode. I'm going to make it either way. Do you have a business platform or an email to reach out about collaborating? Sure, Andrew. You can always email soulmglove, love you back. It's always Tara at thetaraerickson.com. If you go to my website, that has it on there. And my website is just thetaraerickson.com. So, you know, save that to your web browser or go in there, thetaraerickson.com. That way my email's on there too. So you guys can always shoot me an email over there, you know, with ideas or whatnot. And, I'll get back to you probably within a few days. Carlos, why are you always so late to these things? Why are you always so late to these things? That's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, I don't know why you're so late to these things. You know, you're not on top of it lately, Carlos. You're late. I don't know why you're late. You got problems. You know, you're sleeping in too late. You're not getting enough sleep. You're falling asleep at work. Maybe you're narcoleptic. Maybe you've been passed out for the last 76 minutes, which is a lot of minutes you missed. You know, it's Carlos. I am a Dave Chappelle fan, soul. Glad you got a giggle out of that. Yeah, I like Dave Chappelle. He's great. Very talented comedian. Yeah, I did a reaction to his, to his video that was over quarantine. I did reaction to that. That's what you were just talking about. Yeah, he's great, man. That was a lot of issues he brought up in that video. That was intense. Good video though. It's the truth, man. Facts. Okay, so Venmo is at A Real Killjoy to make episode 2. I'm going to make it anyway. I've just started writing. I finished writing the episode 2. It's a rough draft, but I spent a lot of hours yesterday, and I'll have to spend a lot of hours this week too in between looking for jobs to try to get that finished. But once the script is done, then we'll all be on to like, once a couple people read it and approve it and are like, oh, this is good, it makes me laugh, or then I can start to pitch it to the actors who I'd want to be in it, and then I got it scheduling. Thank you, Brandon. I hope it comes down too. I can't wait for episode 2. I'm so glad you love it. And the scheduling is a pain in my butt, because you got to get people together to come in for like literally no pay. That's why we have a Venmo, because now I'm going to have to pay him a little something. You stayed quiet the whole video. That was brilliant. Yeah, oh yeah, you can't talk over that stuff, Soul. All of my trailer reactions, if you go in, Soul, I don't talk over any of them. That is my main thing. I have respect for movies and videos, and if I'm going to react, I may laugh or go like, oop, but it's only when a title card is coming up or someone's not talking. If someone starts talking, I zip my lip. That's kind of how I roll, and then I give you the juice after. I'm excited for episode 2. I hope it's great. Scheduling is going to be a pain in my butt, because then I got to figure out all these other people who have all these other jobs. We got to find one day to get together to make a thing for not a lot of money, you know. So that's where we're at, and I'm excited to do it. And I'm so glad you guys like it and you're supportive, and you've supported me so much in this live. I love you guys so much. I'm glad we got to catch up. The more all of you keep saying hard work keeps pushing me to do more, appreciate. Yes. Yes, Andrew. The more we talk about our passions and everyone else doing theirs, and everyone else is struggling too. Like he was saying, he's skating videos. You know, he's got a YouTube channel and that's a struggle, and your stuff, you've got it. But he's, you know, we're all just following our passions, and it's not easy, man. It will never be easy. If you watch Hacks, she's like 60 in that, and she's like, you think this is hard? She's like, this is an up. You claw your way to the top, because in Hacks, the HBO show, she's basically at the top. She's famous. And she's like, and it never gets easier. It only gets harder, because that is what it is. Having a passion and to make your way up the ladder to get to where you want to be, it just is so much work. And that's all right, because we're resilient. We're just going to keep putting in the time, man. We just got to keep putting our head down, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it, Idiot Army, because that's what we do. I'm on the way to be a zoologist. You guys are right. It's tough, but it's worth it. That's right, Brandon. Yes. So whenever you're studying and doing that stuff, we're all on the same page, man. Whatever we're doing, you just got to put in the hard work and just go, man, it's just another day. Okay, we're all getting by together. I love you, Idiot Army. I'm going to check in a few days. I'm going to try to get some trailer reaction for you in between stuff. I love you guys so much. Keep at it, Brandon. Be a warrior. Yes, Idiot Army. I love how you guys are supporting each other in here. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.